Welcome to the Tag Ninja Skills Training. Let's start with wall skills. Tic-tac to crane. Make sure that the students are at a challenging height. Safety cat, half turn safety cat. Starting with the wall wedge, you'll leap, turn 180 degrees, and plant onto a block. Horizontal wall run. Here you'll see that my 3 steps rise in an arc across the wall. Make sure that you build up a lot of speed for this trick in order to get those 3 to 4 steps. Wall spin on tilted wall. The tilt makes it easier. Plant both hands, spin feet up and over. Cat muscle up with pop. Begin with hands on the corner of the mat, rise up to feet. Bar skills. Swing with regrasp, half turn. Students will begin moving their feet forward and backward. On the forward motion, they will lift one hand off, turn 180 degrees, grab back onto the bar, and regrasp the bar, pull up, pull over. Make sure those students are getting their chin up to the bar before lifting their legs up and over to a straight arm front support. Cast to a monkey. Here it is important that your students understand that after the cast, they will lift their feet up and their hands and feet will never touch the bar at the same time. Balancing on that bar and safely jumping off. 180 pivot on a floor bar. Cat balance push-ups on the floor bar. A dyno. Students will start on the low bar, swinging their momentum, making sure that they spot their landing on the high bar and grab with both hands. Bar dips on P-bars. Students need to have a 90-degree bend. Make sure that they are going all the way down and all the way up. Pike hold forward motion on the P-bars. This is a challenging one for the core. Spin the bat. 3 in a row without touching feet to the ground. This trick is more challenging without involving your feet at all, but if students must, they can touch the bar with their feet. Beam skills. Crab walk on the low beam. Alternating hands and feet. Look towards the end of the beam for balance. Precision jump to a medium beam. Beginning on a floor beam, students will jump as high as they can. Kong over a medium beam. Cat with one hand and one foot on the high beam. This requires immense core strength. Have your students hold for at least 5 seconds. 180-degree hop turn on the low beam. Land on the balls of the feet. Hold it. Pistol on the low beam. Have students warm up on the floor and graduate their way to the beam. Floor skills. Handstand forward roll. Make sure that your students are kicking up into a vertical handstand before initiating their forward roll. Stand up with no hands. Handstand walk. Students will take 2 to 3 steps. Backward roll into a push-up, protecting the neck. Round off. Adding a running start. Make sure that students end in a hollow body with feet together. Palm spin on a block that is hip height. Students will approach as they do in previous levels, except this time no feet are allowed to touch the block. Box jump, challenging height. Back handspring over barrel. Here you'll notice that my push-up position is poor. Make sure that your students are landing in a straight push-up position. Vault skills. Side flip over barrel. Plant both feet, dip one shoulder, and pop off of that same shoulder. Dash vault on the long side of the tag block. Students will launch off of one foot as this is a longer obstacle. Reverse vault. Make sure that your students are placing their hand in a reverse position to where fingers point towards where they began the trick. 2 Kong vaults in a row. This is a very fun drill. Students will punch off of 2 feet for the middle landing as well. Tramp skills. Backdrop, stand up. Make sure that your students are jumping at a comfortable height, landing on their back with their hands and feet up in the air, rising back to their feet. Fly spring. This is not a perfect fly spring, but you get the idea. Back handspring. Students will begin by falling back into a chair position with their knees bent and their arms loaded behind them, ready to spring back into an arch position. Make sure that your student's back handspring is at least the length of their body when laying down on the trampoline. Spotted backflip. Make sure that your spotting hand is upside down on their arm to prevent twisting in your wrist. Very easy trick to spot, but support their low back as they rotate over. Front flip to feet. Here you'll notice I'm jumping in the center of the trampoline. My hands are loaded. I'm going to be throwing my hands straight up in the air, tight tuck, and landing exactly where I began. Ninja skills complete.